Bombers at Mosaic Stadium, facing off against the Rough Riders. And, I mean, what a game. Where do we even start with this one?
Place was packed.
Oh, yeah. And it'll be packed next week at...
Green everywhere.
All right, welcome back, CFL fans. We're the Out of Bounds Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Cody. He's your host, Don. And we're here with some Week 14 action. Labor Day classics, rivalries, comebacks, wonky finishes. What a week. What another week in the CFL. And we'll kick it off here with a little review of the Ottawa Red Blacks. Home and home, right? This was a home and home?
Home and home.
Home and home, because we were visiting the Lions, but we weren't at BC Place. We were taken all the way down to Victoria, Vancouver Island,
First game
touchdown
ever
Pacific.
There. First game ever.
Yeah, with 12,000 people there, or no?
Oh, it's over 13.
13,000. They packed the stadium, and
I believe they had to add extra stands for that.
Yeah,
because it's a 5,000 seat stadium.
And Lions were going into this one looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. Nathan Rourke's also hoping to get his first win since returning back to the CFL. And he starts it off hot with a beautiful rush. Not beautiful, but he had a rush in for touchdown on the first drive of the game. Lions take the early lead, and they don't really look back from there. But what do you got there, Don, to kick us off here?
All right, well, the first highlight I got is Nathan Rourke's first touchdown pass. It wasn't a long one, but he got creamed when he threw that ball.
He did.
He just got boom. There you go. So that put them up now 17-3.
As he delivers a strike for a touchdown. How about that reaction? Almost like
I didn't really get a ton of highlights out of this one because it was basically
so got to throw it before I get hit.
Yeah, 38-12. BC ended up winning this one, and the Lions took a 16-0 lead early in the second quarter, and Red Blacks didn't get much going on after that.
Okay, so the next one, we got Nathan Rourke again. 40-yard pass to Guinness.
For a while. Yeah, 10 of 13.
Pops that one in. At that point, it was practically over. Because, Ottawa.
Was that 31? Was that when they went up 31-6 at half? Because they were up 31-6 at halftime. So that would have been
that would have put them up. That would have put them up too.
So yeah, that game was mostly over.
Now the next highlight again, Nathan Rourke. Now this time he got picked off.
They're going to bring a little bit of pressure.
Is where Ottawa might have started to get something done. That was just early into the third quarter. Not 12 minutes left, so we got 2 left. We got this one. Finally, Ottawa gets a touchdown.
Brown.
It was right after that interception.
He's got it. Touchdown.
20 yard, I guess. I don't know. It was just.
Lions strikes.
I see Ottawa had a successful fake punt in this game too. Yeah.
I just thought I was very disappointed with Ottawa's performance in this game. I thought that they were going to do better. The final on this one is the punt
turned into a quick touchdown
to BC. The guy gets it to 15 and
making
just
plays.
Turns on the Jets.
Not let him do it. Nice kick by Leone.
Look at the guy chasing him, though. The guy chasing him in this one, like to recover.
That's actually why I had that, because
he was gone.
And then into that one was
threw right in.
It's a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
But I had him on it just because I couldn't believe the speed of the white guy catching him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. The guy with probably a 10-yard deficit, he made that up across the field and tackled him, stopping the. I mean, they got in the next play or the next drive, they kept going, but crazy defensive play there. So Nathan Rourke, 3 passing touchdowns in this game. He gets his first one back. 1 rushing touchdown as well. So 14
he looked good that
the game.
He looked good.
He did. He looked good. Fantastic performance by him. BC finally snapped that 5-game losing streak, and we'll get into it a little bit later, but the West is absolutely wide open now at this point.
After I watched that game, I said, I wonder who's going to beat him for Player of the Week. Well, he got beat.
Yeah.
You want
Ottawa. Another interesting note. Ottawa released Raquel Armstead here this past week after this game. So their number one rusher is out. They signed a former Saskatchewan rusher, I think. So they're making some moves. Is there a trade deadline in the CFL? Has it come up? Has it gone past?
I don't know.
Or you can sign people all the way to the end? Or I don't know how that works.
Honestly, don't know how that works. There has to be something.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're getting into crunch time for the CFL season. We're week 14 of 21, so we got 7 weeks left. Oh my God, seven more weeks of this, and then playoffs start. So, like we said, the West is blown open. We'll go through the standings a little bit later. But let's move on to game of the week. This would have been Sunday afternoon. Bombers at Mosaic Stadium. Sunday. Yeah. Bombers at Mosaic Stadium. Facing off against the Rough Riders. And, I mean, what a game. Where do we even start with this one?
Place was packed.
Oh, yeah. And it'll be packed next week at...
Green everywhere. All right. Let's go to just at the end of the first quarter. Harris, end zone, touchdown. And there we go, 7-all tie. Now, the only reason why I didn't show the Bombers touchdown because it was a 1 yard run.
Trevor was leading the league in rushing touchdowns with 9 touchdowns.
He runs a yard at a time.
And you'll see, you need to keep him rushing because dude can't throw the ball for anything.
Well, we saw that in the second half, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Next up, we got, Saskatchewan again. Early in the second quarter, another touchdown. And all of a sudden, it looks like we got us a gunfight.
Myers.
Because, we was early on, I was back and forth.
For Dante Myers.
Did you see the weird punt? Do you have that one?
Yeah.
The punt that takes the bounce? That was a funny one.
I got that one. So, halfway through the second quarter, the Bombers, ex-Saskatchewan guy. Dembski.
Over the middle.
Nice catch. Gets in there and goes, screw you, Saskatchewan. I don't play for you. Now we'll go to
Nick Dembski, ex-rider who once
end of this
Labor Day
4 minutes left in the second. Here's that punt you're talking about.
Years ago.
Mario. Super Mario.
Loves the punt, loves the catch. Bombers with great field awareness and jump on that ball.
And then he's going, I didn't touch it. It bounced off your hands, buddy. Okay, touchdown. And that to me looked like it was going to be
that ball touched his hands and it rolled into the end zone.
We're going now to the end of the second quarter, 22-14. And then nice pass here. Pass our
two flags on this one.
But I put this one in because of the hit, which we were talking about in our last video. That was head-to-head.
We have Brown coming in.
It looked like he tried to stop, but he didn't fully try to stop. He looked like he put the effort in, but not the full effort that he could have.
But he could have
just kind of nudged him. He could have moved out of the way.
He could have moved his head the other way.
So not a hard hit. It wasn't like a bone-crushing hit, but he went in there. When you go helmet to helmet, even when you're a lot bigger than that, Claris is going to get rocked. And I think it was precautionary, though. I think Polaris is going to be okay, but still, dirty play by the Saskatchewan Rough Rider there.
And they need to understand, a hit to the head doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be in the right place.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got a couple left here. We're going to go to...
There's 2 flags on that play. That brought them down to the 1 yard line, and then it brought them back. They couldn't get any closer to the end zone at that point.
So now we're halfway through the fourth. Saskatchewan was down.
He doesn't have to really pass protect against anybody.
Riders knocking on the door, needing a touchdown.
32-20. They get the touchdown. All of a sudden, they're right back in.
This season.
After that,
Keyshawn?
Yep.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Not to be confused with the Tampa Bay one. And then the Bombers get the field goal. Now, this last highlight is a 3-fer. Maybe even a 4-fer. It shows that the play for the 2-point convert where they tried to tie and they missed. Then it shows the onside kick that they get the ball back. Then it shows them throwing the ball, interception, called back because of pass interference, and then but he tries a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah,
all in one.
All right.
To tie this game.
This is 14 seconds left. Goes for the 2-pointer. Nope, didn't happen. Terrible.
14 seconds. And at this point, you're like, all right, the game's over.
The onside kick. And look, even the fans thought it was over. They're all gone. Then somehow they get the onside kick, and you're thinking, uh-oh, we got a chance. Then there's a pass to Harris, picked off.
At that point, you're like, game's over.
That's what everyone said, even the announcement. There was a pass interference. Somebody goes for 6. It was going there.
Had the accuracy.
It was just about 10 yards. Well, to go over
You know who he needs to call his friend Leggio.
Yeah, Leggio was 55-yarder, which I also have later on.
An interesting one.
So that was that game.
So Bombers spoiled the Labor Day weekend for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and they'll go back home and home for the Manjo Bowl next week, playing at Princess Audio Stadium. Interesting, not Sergio Castillo, the kicker for Winnipeg, 9 for 11 on 50+ this season.
Yeah,
crazy. He's got the range.
He's
missed a lot of close ones, but he can hit it from far. He can hit it from 50+.
Is Zach going to be playing in the next game? Or?
If it's concussion protocol, he might not be able to play. Because usually they take that stuff pretty seriously, and they have the evaluation process. They got to make sure he's good. So, he probably won't practice in the first half of the week if they're going to make sure. I feel like he looked fine on the sidelines. He took his equipment off. He looked like he was okay, but I think they're just like, all right, let's take him out. So, yeah.
I think that was just precautionary.
So 35-33 was the final score on that one. And, yeah, wow, what a game. What a game. All right, moving on to first half of the doubleheader on Monday. We had the Toronto Argonauts walking into Hamilton, into Tim Hortons Field to face the Hamilton Tiger Cats, the 2-9 Hamilton Tiger Cats. And Toronto was looking to solidify their second place, solidify their case for second in the East, but Hamilton had other plans there.
Yeah, but although the Argos had a strong comeback. They made it close after getting blown out in the first half.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
All right, let's take a look at the first highlight. We got 0-0 tie and Bobo.
Any turnovers.
Feel the tension right
So
now.
She's
Loaded up over the top. Looking for the home run.
Touchdown there.
Touchdown,
White.
Tiger Cats.
Mr. White. That's not the last time you're going to hear his name. At that point, we're up 7-0. Then we're going to end 3 minutes left. White again. This is even longer pass.
But
he just drove.
to this moment. Forget the
And all of a sudden,
Today is Labor Day.
Hamilton's up.
Just win.
21-3.
Right on cue.
21-3.
They looked hot in this game, and Chad Kelly did not have a very good first half.
Although, you know what? I was surprised.
He really does love Labor Day.
Not going to be on this highlight. It'll be on the next one. This one here, we got Chad Kelly's touchdown pass. Nice. He gets it in there. All of a sudden,
Once again, trying to find the soft spot.
the Argos are coming back.
Yeah.
They finally get into the end zone.
This was the one I like because I look at Chad Kelly and I look at his shape. And he doesn't look like a running quarterback at all.
No, he's got the bigger frame up top.
And here they got the ball at the 15.
That's what he's taking.
Early in the third quarter. And this guy's just shucking and jiving.
Kelly pumps, cuts,
dancing and diving and gets into the end zone. Now, and they did go for the 2-point convert after that, where he kind of got flipped in the air, but the ball landed outside.
Oh, he didn't break the plane. Didn't go through. Yeah.
Did not break the plane. And finally, so it's now tied. Now it's tied 28-all. And Leggio, 2 minutes left. Going for 55 yards. Just gets it in. It was looking like it was with the hook over.
Yeah.
But and that was it. That was it for the Argos.
Toronto tried to get back, but I think they got sacked. Incomplete pass. Punted it away. And then Hamilton took the ball, ran out the clock, and nailed it down for the win. So, Bo Levi's 7-0 on Labor Day games. He continues his hot streak on Labor Day. And that would have been his first Labor Day Classic with the Toronto Argonauts, right?
Yep.
So
he was always against Edmonton.
Yeah, Calgary and Edmonton. Yeah, which we'll get to in the next game, which would have been McMahon Stadium hosting the final game of Labor Day weekend. Yeah, I was gonna say, was it McMahon? I was like, yeah, it was because I saw the horses running around. And
Edmonton next week.
Not quite the same game as we had between Winnipeg and
well, you know
and
what?
Toronto.
When you're the Calgary quarterback and you're throwing 4 interceptions.
Yeah, Mr. Reliable, Jake Mayer has been played. The only quarterback that's played every game this season, and he did not look good. And on the other side of the coin, we've got a really interesting quarterback battle heating up right now because Trey Ford is looking like he'll be healthy to come back, but after the performance by MBT this year,
next week.
I don't think he's going to be playing next week.
He's not starting. Not after
486 yards, 25 for 36. 3 touchdowns.
And Player of the Week.
And OBSP.
Right player
of the week.
I
was watching this game and
Player of the Week. Player of the Week right there.
I texted Don. I was like, Player of the Week, question mark?
Yeah, for sure. Although, if he wouldn't have done that, it might have been Rourke.
Yeah, if you look at the rest of the... Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get into the highlights.
So not much going on in the first quarter. Edmonton.
The first half was a dud. So, but okay, I just included this one. 5 minutes in, Gittins Jr. I don't know how.
Down the field looking for Gittins, goes up and gets it.
Up in the and comes down.
Oh yeah,
that was sweet.
MBT had I think 236 yards in the first half. Like he was on fire.
But no points.
No points. Yeah, you're right.
So we're going to less than 2 minutes left in the half, and it was 6-3 Edmonton, and they get a touchdown. Macbeth, first touchdown of the game, and that was to Lewis. So
I was calling Macbeth. Nice. I never heard that.
And so that was basically the first half. 2 highlights. So now we're going to go to the second half. And Macbeth again. Another little touchdown. This one was Jones. A little 10-yard pass. And now all of a sudden, they're walking away. We go to now. End of the third quarter. Finally, something for Calgary. He's like a dive over the line. He actually... He was outside of the goal line when he dove, but because he was able to stay vertical,
yeah, his knees didn't touch the ground.
The ball crossed the lane, and then he went. That was
Kylan Hill. That was kind of the running back on that one. Yeah,
that was kind of sweet. Then we go to fourth quarter. Oh, to Jones again, fumble, right? And what this guy picked up by Jones, and just. From their end zone a pass, and all of a sudden down to the 1 yard line. So, and obviously they scored on that one.
Yeah.
They gave it to the what's his name, Pop-Tart or whatever the other guy's name is.
For Edmonton?
Yeah.
Oh, Prukop?
Yeah. So it's the Pop-Tart. Yeah. So then now we are 27-13. Edmonton kicks or punts the ball, and first of all, this guy, the first hit, you could hear it. It was so loud, and he just keeps on going, and he's being chased down too. He almost gets stopped by Butler, but just a little interference there.
Yeah, just enough blocking to get him through to the end.
And now all of a sudden, Calgary has hope, kind of. And then the last play of the game, Calgary is down 27-20. Oh, and this one here, he was Jones again. And just...
Oh, that's where he kept pouring on the yards,
yeah. Kept on pouring it down. And like, he was also close to the Player of the Week, too, eh? He put up some serious stats.
Jones? Yeah.
But, sorry, you got beat up by Shakespeare. So... Those are the highlights.
Yeah, great Labor Day, great weekend of football, great Labor Day classics. First Labor Day weekend I've been able to catch in all my years of not watching the CFL. And you got to say, those rivalry games, they add a special touch to it. Like, you can
nothing
feel
like Labor Day games.
you can absolutely feel it, and I feel like this is also the turning point in the season where now you're in that final stretch, the final third of the season, and now things get serious. Now things get turned on.
This is where you separate the pretenders from the contenders.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it. Like they've got 7-8 weeks left. If you're going to do it now, you better do it now.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned earlier. The West is absolutely wide open right now. We've got Winnipeg topping after their atrocious start to the season. Remember they were down. They were 0-4, I think, at one point. They were 0-4, and now they're leading the West at 6-6. So they're only 500. But I mean, you got
after the first 5 weeks, the contending teams just started to suck.
Yeah, you got Winnipeg 6-6, BC 6-6, Saskatchewan 5-6-1, Calgary now dropping to 4-7, and Edmonton on the surge with 4-8. So, I mean, with the rest of the time left, any team can technically win this division still.
Oh yeah,
Edmonton can still be the number one seed.
It's all different thing in the East, but
the East not quite the same at all. Montreal's, they actually clinched their playoff spot this week. Didn't even play, and with how things shook up, they officially clinched the first playoff spot of the season.
Yeah, they're
at 10-1.
They're a scary team.
Ottawa's 7-3-1. Toronto's 6-5, and Hamilton is 3-9. So Hamilton's got a lot. I wouldn't say their season's over yet, but they got a lot of ground to cover if they're going to catch Toronto. And with the team that they've got this year, I just don't know if that's possible.
No, I don't think they can get back.
But let's take a look now at how each of us fared in this past week. What do we got here? So we had the Don picked the Red Blacks, I picked the Lions. That won me the week here at 3-1. We both picked the Bombers, and we both picked the Argos, and we both picked the Elks. So Don finished the week 2-2. I finished with 3-1. I clawed my way back one more game to put me within 7, with 7 weeks left. So let's see what's gonna happen. All right, moving on to week 14. Couple rematches here. We've got Stampeders at home of the Elks, Rough Riders at home of the Bombers. Argos will go to the nation's capital, and then we've got the Lions playing the Red Hot Alouettes. So Don, who do you got in this first game? This will be an interesting.
You know what?
Is this the week where they start? I can't flip back. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably have. Yeah. So
2 games Friday.
2 games Friday. So Lions.
No,
no.
No.
It would be
2 games Saturday.
That would make sense. So who do you got, Lions and Alouettes?
Well, until they get beat, I got to go Alouettes. It's just how it is. That's a hard one. So that one could go either way. It all depends what kind of game you get from Nathan Rourke.
Yeah,
so.
They play like they did last week. This could be a very competitive matchup, but I'm going to go Alouettes as well. Actually, you know what? This is a pick-up match, and I need to make up some ground, so I'm going to go with the Lions on this one. All right, Argos at the Red Blacks.
Okay, so we got, holy cow. We got 3 games Saturday.
Oh.
We got 1 game Friday and 3 games Saturday.
Wow. Oh, because it's the opening week of the NFL, maybe?
I'm busy Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So that'll be Argos at Red Blacks in the afternoon. That makes sense. Stampeders at Bombers, and then Elks will play last night on the West Coast there.
Your pick.
Argos at the Red Blacks. This is an interesting one. Both teams coming off a loss. The Red Blacks kind of got blown out there. They did have to travel all the way to Little Victoria Island, though. And I'm going to stick with the Red Blacks on this one, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed by the Red Blacks at all. Drew Brown had a terrible game. He didn't even throw for 150 yards?
Yeah, did not look good at all.
Horrific. Argos, you know what? I like the Argos. I don't like them in Ottawa. Ottawa seems to be the home team.
They do like to play home.
So I got to go Red Blacks.
You go Red Blacks on that one. Rough Riders at the Blue Bombers. This will be a good one. This is always a good matchup here. Banjo Bowl.
In Winnipeg, Claris should be starting.
I guess that's the thing we wanted to look to see if Claris is going to be starting or not. Can you pull it up and see?
Let's have a look at the other game then. While I'm looking that up.
Stampeders at the Elks.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Elks on that one.
Yeah.
Imagine you're going to go Elks as well. Claris is playing. I think you got to go Bombers. But if Strebler's in there the whole game against Saskatchewan, that'll be a tough one.
Okay, well, he says he's ruled out.
Ruled out. So that changed. I'm going to go Bomber. I'm going to go Rough Riders then.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah. All right. There we have it. Just one split this week again. I guess we'll know for early Saturday early Friday night, if who's going to be winning this week. Let's get to our power rankings here. And lots of movement on both sides for us. Montreal obviously stays at the top. They didn't play this week, but no team looked impressive enough to take them down, and no team looks like they will be impressive enough to take them down. I had the Bombers move up into second place after a big win against the Rough Riders and two losses from the Red Blacks and the Argos. The Elks are also making a surge as well. I've got them midway through. Lions moved up one spot, and the Rough Riders dropped down to third last. And I've got a new bottom of the barrel, and that's the Calgary Stampeders. I don't like anything about the team except for I kind of like Jake Mayer and Reggie Begelton. But besides that, they're about the most underwhelming average team in the CFL, and I think that they're going to end up last in the West. So I've got them number 9. Alouettes Don had the Lions jump 4 spots into his number 2 spot, dropped the Red Blacks down 1, and the Argos down 1. Bombers are sitting up in 4th place. We got the Rough Riders taking a couple notches down. Elks are surging as well for him, and he's got Stampeders second last.
I was so tempted to put Stampeders last. But I just have such a dislike for Hamilton.
I figured. I was like, his bias is kicking in there, and he just can't get past the Tiger Cats.
And the only reason why I have BC number 2 and you've got the Bombers number 2, it's just there's 2 reasons. First of all, Rourke looks like he's found his groove. Number 1, and number 2, you've seen how easily the Bombers can get beat without Zach Lars, because they had that game in hand and they almost lost it.
They did, yeah.
So
their quarterback, and that's the crazy thing. And I was thinking about that when I was watching how that game was like Claros has not played very good at all this season.
No, he's been terrible.
But he's out for the second half, and they look like lost. Like, it's not like he's playing out of his mind all year, and he's the one that's helping them win. He's just he has more interceptions than touchdowns, I'm pretty sure.
He does.
But he is still a vet, and he's still got a lot of experience under his belt, and he still knows how to manage a game, and he still knows how to control the tempo to a point. And I think he's a good lead. He must be a good leader on the field as well, and he can actually throw the ball, unlike Strebler. So when they need it,
I got an interesting tidbit for you. Do you recall when the Argos starting quarterback was Ricky Ray?
I remember Ricky Ray.
Do you know who was battling for the 2 and 3 spots?
I'm going to guess Claros, and who else?
Harris.
No way. Yeah. That's a deep quarterback room.
They were battling for second spot, those 2.
Oh, my. Yeah,
and that's why he also took the Grey Cup. There was if the first guy gets hurt, who cares?
Yeah, right.
You got 2 more to step in.
Well, and like if you look across the league, every team has got a very good quarterback situation except for the Bombers. They've got Caleros, and then their backup is Shrevler, and he's not gonna lead you a deep playoff run. He's not gonna give you enough to get over that hump. Whereas I feel like most other teams, except for maybe the Tiger Cats, do have another quarterback that can step in and at least maybe get you a playoff win. All right, another CFL week in the books, and a great one at that. And another big week coming up as well. So who's off next week? We've got the...
Calgary. No. Hamilton.
Hamilton is off this week.
Although, how can you tell?
And then... Yeah, wow, we're almost at the thick of it here. Saturday, that's your semifinals. So week 21 starts Friday, October 25th.
Yep.
And we'll have 2 games Friday, 2 games Saturday that week.
And starting this week, until the end of the season, CTV is going to have a CFL game at 2 o'clock in the afternoon every week on Saturday.
On Saturday? So I'll be able to catch a little bit of that game every week then now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's a big deal having it back on CTV for a bit too.
Yeah, we've got, TSN and ESPN, they're all freaking loaded now with every other sport that's going to be starting up. This is...
I was actually surprised to see I was watching ESPN the other night, and they had CFL highlights on there.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, like the ESPN, yeah. Yeah, sometimes they venture up into the Great North and they touch on Canadian football.
I recall there was an announcer, Chris Berman, and he always made a point. He was on there with the whole panel with the other guys.
Oh, yeah.
He would always talk about the CFL playoffs and about the Grey Cup and congratulate the Grey Cup winner. I thought, you know what? That's classy.
Yeah. Classy move by the NFL broadcasters there. And with that note, we're going to wrap up this CFL video here. Week 14, Week 15 coming up next week. Stay tuned for that video. We'll have all your highlights, analysis, recap, as well as a preview for the following week. And as always, guys, make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. And turn on that notification bell. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We love to see you guys catching on, loving our videos. So let us know what you guys like about the videos. Let us know about our PSL or our power rankings in the comments below. What do you guys? How do you rank each of the 9 NFL or CFL teams? And that's it for today.
That's it. See you later.
All right. See you guys next week.